Well, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff here in scenic Rural Retreat, Virginia. We have 9 days, 4 hours, and some minutes until the inauguration of the 47th president, Donald Trump. And we put together a Donald Trump fan club here in anticipation of that event. How are you guys doing on this 17-degree Saturday morning? This is the link to come on. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Amazing, incredible. This is Welch's sparkling grape non-alcoholic juice cocktail. I was going to drink this on New Year's Eve, but we never got around to it. And so I'm having this for breakfast along with a meal I just ate. I tried to do a canned regular show this morning, playing around with the little pause button to get some editing effects, and then I accidentally hit the stop button instead of the pause button, and then it ended real quick. So it's okay. We'll do a live stream here. It's Saturday morning, and I'm watching Captain America. No, this may be the Iron. It's actually Iron Man right now. They're running the Marvel superheroes cartoons on this channel from China or something. So it's become like a Saturday morning ritual, getting up and watching Hulk, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, Space Ghost, and Birdman. And I think it's kind of early. I don't think anyone's awake yet. So, man, what a day. What a week it's been. We have heat again. We've had heat for the last few days. And Kevin from Gotham City Comics was on the Horror Mike show last night. I got to see a little bit of that. He came on while we were in a restaurant, and I had it kind of on my phone, and then watched most of it at home. I don't know. So I'm going to watch the rest of that later. I've got to move 5 comic boxes back upstairs. I brought them down here for last Sunday night's live stream. I was on the Night Tiger channel showing Gold Key comics, so I thought I'd rather do it down here. I didn't have any heat last Sunday night. The boiler went out on about exactly this time last Saturday morning, and we didn't have any heat until Wednesday. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun when it was 6 degrees outside. Right now it's 17 degrees, but we have heat. Everything's well. Don't want to jinx things by talking about it too much, but got these boxes. I got to take them back up to the attic. So I'll do that in a moment. Let's look at some comics here. I want to kind of monitor these cartoons because I'm recording them, and then I'll head upstairs when they're finished. Well, the Gold Key comics are out. I guess we should look at Gold Key comics because it's Gratu Orloff. Yeah, so we started a Donald Trump fan club here, and that'll run off some of the riffraff, and it'll bring in some quality people, I think. But then, who knows? Birdman and X the Eliminator. Well, I can turn the sound up on Birdman because, if you have the Marvel superhero sound playing too loud, Disney sends out bots to detect the sound of their cartoons that they own but won't ever let anyone see. And then it will cause you to have a problem. God damn it. So, yeah. This is the third issue of the Addams Family, and it is not based on the TV series from the 60s, but a cartoon from the early 70s. And I have Gold Key and Dell all mixed together. Here's Alvin. Here's a movie I've never seen, Around the World Under the Sea. It's like an all-star cast there. Barbie and Ken. There's a great cartoon called Super President. You need to look into that. There's some episodes available on YouTube where the President of the United States is a superhero secretly. Here's Beanie and Cecil. Beanie and Cecil started as a puppet show on local Los Angeles television with Stan Freberg doing some of the voices, and then became a Bob Clampett cartoon a few years later. That's why you never see the whole body of Cecil. You've never seen his full body. Even in the cartoon, he's basically a hand puppet. Here, this one, I was thinking of sending this one to CGC because it's in pretty nice shape. It's Beep Beep the Roadrunner. I have it filed under B because Beep is part of the name of the comic book. And that one is from October of '68. How about that? Here's another copy of this incredible comic. From, yikes, from February of '72. How about that? I've got two copies of this. That is not my childhood copy. That one is not. It's in too bad a shape. This one is my childhood copy. It's from a Whitman pack. Yeah, got that. Beetle Bailey. You know, Beetle Bailey was a funny comic strip, and Roadrunner was a funny cartoon. But on these comic books, they make them seem very unfunny because the covers almost never make you laugh. I mean, it's just like the joke here. Oh, I'm seeing Sarge and he's got a teddy bear. Okay, yeah, the humor is not. Uh, well, this one's mildly amusing. For some reason, they got Beetle Bailey working as a medic, and he's spilling ivermectin all over the nose of the Sarge. But some kid has colored in the tooth of the Sarge. And here is an interesting custodial dispute, I believe. It says under that magic marker there, it says Lucy. And then at the top, if you look under the magic marker, it says Len. So apparently, two sisters were fighting over this comic, and that is my guess. Um, yeah, this looks okay. Okay, well, the first appearance of Planet of the Apes in comic book form would have been Gold Key, December of 1970. This adaptation of Beneath the Planet of the Apes. There's a ape protest poster that's almost never in the comic because kids took it out because it genuinely was a cool thing to have on your wall. It was 1970. There were people out protesting the Vietnam War. So to be able to pull a poster out of a comic book and have a bunch of chimpanzees protesting a war was probably pretty funny for a 10-year-old or for a college student in their dorm to put that poster up. So they're never, almost never in here. This one's in good shape, but it's not in there. And then I've got another one here that's not in good shape. Since I've got one that's not in good shape, I figured maybe I'll put this on the spinner rack. Anyway, Planet of the Apes would later appear in comic book form as a parody around 1972, 73, when the final Planet of the Apes movie came out, Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and I mean final. All these Planet of the Apes movies that have come out in the last several decades don't count as Planet of the Apes movies. To me, you may disagree, but to me, there were five Planet of the Apes movies. Anyway, Mad Magazine did a parody of all five Planet of the Apes movies in one parody, and they did that with James Bond too. They hadn't been hitting the individual James Bond movies, so they just did a parody with I don't know, six or seven James Bond movies all in one article. So then Planet of the Apes would next appear, like I would say, 74 in their own magazine, comic magazine from Marvel. And then shortly after that, or almost simultaneously, they started a little bit later, they started a color comic, Marvel, reprinting the stories from the black and white magazine. And then Planet of the Apes just disappeared. And I think people 10, 20, was it the 90s? I don't know. Years ago, started doing these new Planet of the Apes comics. It's like like Star Trek, the crew of the Enterprise on the Planet of the Apes, and You know, they just buy a bunch of intellectual properties. Doc Savage meets Planet of the Apes. I don't think they did that. Maybe Tarzan was on the Planet of the Apes in some comic. I don't know. Sounds like Star Trek meets Planet of the Apes would be my dream in 19 when I was in third and fourth grade. But by the time it actually happened, it just seemed like this just seemed like a cash ploy trying to get money out of my pocket because these are two things I loved when I was a kid. Although I think I later got some of those issues from the dollar bin because I was thinking maybe I was too harsh. Man, I do kind of want to see how Captain Kirk handles General Ursus, you know, but I bought them and I never read them. But, you know, sometimes you get things out of dollar bins thinking maybe I made a mistake. The Blue Phantom. There's no copyright, like little ownership thing at the bottom. I don't think this was not based on a movie. It looks like it might have been, but I don't think it is. You can tell me down below or in the chat if I'm wrong. I think this is just just a original comic from Dell. He and his blue-clad riders struck with the fury of a summer storm, then disappeared as silently as a ghostly wind-blown mist. Yes, incredible. From February of '71, it's Boris Karloff's Tales of Mystery. Boris Karloff was not with us anymore at this point, but he was still hosting this comic book. Now, this is one of the oldest comics in my collection, I believe. I ought to put I ought to pull out the earliest comics from my collection and put them in a special box. The comics that I got when I was in first grade, kindergarten. Yeah, the comics from first grade and kindergarten ought to be in a special box. But then I'd get confused, like where are those titles? But this was what? Okay, so it's damn June of '72. So I'm finishing first grade. So this is how a first grader, the condition a comic book owned by a first grader should be in if they have. It's not perfect. You can tell I was a little kid, a little klutzy, but pretty good for, I would say, for a first grader. I'm out. What a shame. And this is August of '73. Okay, this is right as I was starting third grade. So I didn't buy this every month. Well, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful cover. Well, that's right about the time all the swamp creatures were starting, right? August of '73, you know. Swamp Thing was already around and Man Thing was coming along around that time, and there was a later Atlas Comics would have the Bog Beast. Oh, these aren't in order, man. This is what I think this happened because of that show. I just had to file all the comics because I wanted to go to bed and get under a blanket because where it was warm last Sunday because we had no heat. And I just put the Boris Karloff comics back in willy nilly. So this one is September of '65. So I was just really a few months old when this comic came out. So this is not a childhood copy. This is June of '67. I don't have a bag on this one.
There's something wrong, Falcon 7. Are you sure you should let him sit on the console like that? Avenger, he is always by my side. His claws are right next to the doomsday button. It's dangerous. Poppycock, he is fully trained on the console.
Yeah.
Avenger, get Birdman coffee.
I don't know that I want to look through all these right now.
Birdman coffee. Oh, you Avenger would never.
I got a lot of work to do today, man. I gotta get it done. What do I have to do?
There's no job he can't handle. I'm doing laundry. Watch the tape later today on Fox Kids. Okay, guys. Sam Adams of the Baltimore Ravens helps people by participating in first aid training developed to help kids succeed. Sam knows the meaning of the word success. Set the pulse and do not change.
Time is it? 6:45. Well, I had breakfast already. Um, so that's done. It's the heat thing.
Hey, that's funny. Chase to Chan. Chase to Chan. This is Jan. Where are you, Chase?
It's Tim Matheson, who was the voice of Johnny Quest and would later be Otter in Animal House.
Right, Jen. I'm on my way.
I guess I need to start moving these boxes. What am I doing?
Something's down there, Jen. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. What is it, Jane? White.
Here's Alan the cat. Hello, Alan the cat. Uh-oh, here comes through the dog. Leave him alone. It's a real life Tom and Jerry cartoon here, man. What are you up to, man? That's rude. Rude. Rude, I tell you. God damn it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're now in the attic. Well, if there's a box I'm expecting today, I don't know if it's going to show up, but if it does, this will have a great unboxing. Okay, wonderful. What? Where'd that go? Okay. Oh, I got to get downstairs. I think I found the hammer last weekend, didn't I? Wasn't it under here? Yeah, there it is. Okay. If I had a hammer, okay.
What do I have to do to keep my love hot? The girl ain't satisfied with what she's got. Now Donald Duck is sitting on my accumulator. He's waiting to take my baby to the red hot. My baby's gone, coming for the rain.
Okay.
My baby's gone, coming for the rain. All the girls are saying, my baby's gone, coming for the rain.
These 1990s cartoons try way too hard. Earthworm Jim and Freakazoid, they're really better than most cartoons had been up there for a few decades, but they were kind of obnoxious too.
You're too good at this.
But there was kind of a renaissance of cartoons in the 90s, actually, with the Batman the Animated Series and Spider-Man and X-Men and a lot of that stuff. They was all really pretty good. Need to move the Christmas tree from the porch. Yeah, I need to do that. It's one thing I've been needing to do. The dog's eating back there. What's going on back there, man? Dog's eating. Okay. Looking for some good cartoons to fill this disc up. Looks good. Oh, King Clunk, a Walter Lantz cartoon. Pooch the Pup. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen this King Kong parody. Man, sounds good. Yeah, it's definitely a King Kong parody. Kind of low sound on it, though. This looks pretty good. It just has really low sound. Spider Dragon says, I have a question. How do you inventory all your books? I don't. You have a delivery coming. More comics? Yeah. It's every so often Donald Trump, or it's probably not him personally, but some of his people will send me some comics and occasionally a toy or two um, as a reward for all of my promotion. I kind of got him elected. Just kidding. No, no, that's just benefits of being friends with the residents of Mar-a-Lago. So yes, an inventory. I keep it all here. I don't know. I know there's ways you can inventory on your phone and stuff. I've seen people do these things. Spider Dragon. Okay. All right. I knew someone back in third grade named Spider Dragon. That was his real name. Uh, yeah, his parents were hippies. Uh, okay. I'm going to go upstairs a little bit, so I'm going to turn off some of these lights because I want to make Greta Thunberg cry, man. Plus, our electric bill is going to be super high because I was running space heaters for a good several days trying to survive. Oh my gosh. It's the whole plot of King Kong, except he's kidnapped a female dog instead of Fay Ray. How about that? I've never seen this cartoon. Pooch the pup looks like he's going to have to fly up to attack King Clunk. Yeah. Um, there were several King Kong parodies and cartoons at the time. You know, it was a very popular movie, but I've never seen this one. Don't you love these the idiots on Facebook? I was today years old when I found out. I was today years old when I saw King Clunk for the first time. Actually, I haven't really been watching. I've been moving a Christmas tree, but I'll rewatch it here. So, my goodness. Oh man, they completely reduced him to a set of bones in this version. Incredible. God dang. Okay, Pooch the pup, long forgotten animation hero. Oh, I see something I need to do. Several things, in fact. So move the Christmas tree here. I don't know if you can see that or not. One thing I'd planned to do today, when I was going through the Gold Key comics during that Night Tiger show last Sunday night, I found I had some comics filed in the Gold Key Dell boxes that weren't that were actually King comics. So I'm going to file these with the other King comics that I got. Now, if I can remember where I put those. Well, sometimes things work out easily for you. It's in this Alex Ross Hulk box.
There's always something fresh and good waiting for you. At Elias Brothers, where quality comes through. Always something fresh and tasty, great food, coffee, and pastry.
It was saying here that King Kong cartoon ended in too much violence for my taste. Poor con. Yeah, movies were more violent and everything until right around 1933. That's when the Hays Code came in and they started cleaning up movies and cartoons.
Always something fresh and good waiting for you. At Elias Brothers, where quality comes through. Always something fresh and tasty, great food, coffee, and pastry at Elias Brothers Restaurant.
Sorry, I'm doing important things. I just found 2 pennies, man. 2 pennies I just found. You wouldn't believe it, man. Trying to hang pictures is what I'm doing. Where did I put the nails, man? Well, the nails will turn up. It's probably boring if you toss. Anyway, whatever. Oop, that's not good. Okay. So I have these Flash Gordons from King. Beautiful Al Williamson artwork. Then I have a couple of issues of Mandrake. That's a great one. Look at that. So put Mandrake in. He's an old. These are a bunch of Popeye comics that were done for schools to teach kids about careers. It's professional service careers, marketing and distribution careers, communications and media careers, hospitality and recreation careers, environmental careers, public service careers, transportation careers. There's another communications and media. Fine arts and humanities careers. And construction careers. So put that in with this Popeye cartoon that was sent by Donald Trump last week or 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks. Now, the Phantom. This is the Phantom I got the other week, which was done for schools, and then I'll put that in with these. That's a great Phantom cover. I already had this one and this one. Put them in, and that pretty much. Now this box is pretty full. It's good. Okay, so where did this go? Oh,
For a lark, let's all go down to the amusement park. Hey, 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 come and have fun. Come on, everybody, let's go a little high. And ride the big coaster right up to the sky. Come on, come on, onto the park, where the gang has the ball on midway.
a lot of pictures to hang, man.
Railroad Corps take the chairlift to fabulous Ghost Town in the Mile High Fun Park. Ride all the rides as often as you like. Admission price.
Oh, I haven't switched to the other.
Every minute is
Man, this play looks like crap.
of the Old West. Ghost Town offers a day of fun and thrills for the entire family. See
Because
North Carolina, where the fun
I think I was on the wrong Wi-Fi. I was on the Wi-Fi from downstairs, and up here there's a different one, so it should look better now. Hi, Radiate. Good morning. Love that Mandrake cover of the aliens. Great Popeye Public Service comics. Dig the girl. These aren't even popping up, man.
all aboard for Kennywood. There's always lots
What is
to do,
going on?
lots
Hold
to
on a
see.
second.
Dull moment. The nation's greatest picnic park.
How does it work? Yeah, dig the girl Phantom.
Kennywood, the
Yeah, I was.
favorite playground. Bigger and better than ever this year.
Probably couldn't
And
even
don't
hear
miss
me.
the rotor, the thrill sensation from Hollywood. You just have to see it or ride it to believe that there can be anything like it. Spin around with nothing to hold you up. Hurry, hurry, hurry. All aboard, let's go to Kennywood.
Well,
It's a boy. It's a girl. That's my baby. I want to buy a man has to carry this phone. He gets to be the Western movie she loves the man. Who's my baby in Superman's hands? My baby's gone comic book crazy. My baby's gone comic book crazy. This looks like a job for Superman. My baby's gone comic book crazy. What do I have to do to keep my love high? The girl ain't satisfied with what she got. Now gonna look at something on my knees now. Baby, take my baby to the reggae house. My baby's talking comic book crazy. My baby's talking comic book crazy. All the girl can say is what? My baby's talking comic book crazy. Okay. I asked that girl, do you feel right? I know that everybody knows that. You get me? Yes. My baby's all coming crazy. My baby's all coming crazy. Looks like a job for Superman. Okay, this box says it has assorted Warren Monster Bash and cartoons. So I was just wondering, yeah, I have this. I keep wondering, do I have that? Yes, I do. I was thinking about that one night. Do I have that 1965 Spaceman Annual? I keep seeing people showing it. What? Oh, there's some good magazines in here. Okay, so I apparently have Monster Bash #1. And I've got some new ones I've got to file in here. Monster Bash #1. I have #4. #5. And then it jumps to 31. Then 47. 47. And 50. And then I got to file some more books in here. So I now have 54. Fifty, 54, 52, and 51. And then there's a new issue that I haven't gotten yet that I'm going to get soon from Kevin at Gotham City Comics. Okay, so I filed the Monster Bashes. Here's a catalog from 1999, Halloween 1999. For oh, I need to show this. It has all these masks and stuff. I'll show it later when Kevin wakes up.
He'll want to see this. So this is assorted Warren stuff. This was a cover for my magazine. That this was an issue that never got into production, but this is what it looked like from about. Screen Thrills. Bunch of assorted monster magazines. This has got a lot of good stuff in this box. Okay. Incredible. It's nice to be able to go through boxes while I'm standing up. Now that I got this new setup. Nice to hear furnace got fixed a few days ago. Yeah, thank you, Fryer. You didn't freeze the town. Yeah, we were more likely, but ironically, to have frozen to death back in Texas when they turned off all the heat to people. Um, that was bad. Okay. Oh my gosh. I need to get these boxes in better order. There's Creepy, Time and Newsweek. Um, well, here's Famous Monsters. I have a new Famous Monsters I have to file, number 132, but this might be in the second box, and I don't know. I don't think this box would get up to issue 132, but I could be wrong. 108. This only goes to 112, so there's a second Famous Monsters box somewhere here. '38. That's fisted cover. Looks awesome. Yeah. That was back in the 1990s. So my friend helped me with the layout because he was a computer wizard back then. I mean, I just told him where to put things and he knew how to do it. Wait, this box has cartoons and this box has cartoons. Do they need to be consolidated? Or does it really? Yeah, yeah, sure does. Drag cartoons, drag cartoons, cartoons. And this is a new issue of cartoons, just came out a couple years ago. They brought cartoons back. Yeah, we're getting a little more organized. I got to spend some time up here and I'll get things really organized. But this is good. power for about a week ourselves back years ago. Hurricane Irene, I think it was, or Superstorm Sandy. It wasn't fun, but didn't get cold either, so I got lucky. Yeah. Right now, we just need to pray for those people in California, man. Wow, it's terrible. Savage Sword of Conan is pretty much what this box is. I need to get a felt tip marker and all that. Okay, here's the box I need down here. Psychotronic and Castle of Frankenstein. Because I have a Castle of Frankenstein. I got to find a place to start putting cryptology now that they're on their second issue. And, um, I think, did I already get cryptology number 2, or is that coming in the package that's supposed to be on its way? I don't think I have cryptology. No, no, that's coming. It should be. It's supposed to have been here yesterday. See, the last issue of Castle of Frankenstein. Ooh, is that the best condition copy I got of that? What? No, I've got 2 copies of it. Okay, this is the last time it appeared was number. Damn, I got to get better light up here. It was like 25 or something. Time Machine cover, and um, then it came back, and I missed the first issue. This is 37. The reason there's a jump in numbering is is and this is 40. I have 38 and 39. Where the reason there's a jump in numbering is they revived it in the 90s and they count that numbering, but those issues were terrible. Uh, this is good, but see, I have 38 and 39, and they're misplaced here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, this is the second box of Vampirella. This is what I need. Oh, excellent. Didn't I pulled another Vampirus Carmilla out of that box? I swear I did. Well, I put Vampirus Carmilla with Vampirella because it's essentially the same magazine. And that's I don't accept the Vampirella that's put out by Harris as even being anything real. 14. No, that's 16, 18. I think there was another one over here that I didn't pull. '41 is last issue, Castle of Frankenstein. Yeah, 40. Yeah, I have them all, but I don't know where it is. Unless might be down. Oh, it's down. Oh, it's downstairs in a pile. I remember now. Yeah, I didn't pull this issue of Vampirus Carmilla 24. Yeah, this really does. They really did a good job making this look like the old damn Corolla. I have to admit. Um,
See, Dr. Silky is great no show in a cycle of heart. This is not a movie.
oh, there's Drew sleeping up here. Got a comfortable bed for her up here.
A free gift is offered if you're brave enough to sit through it all and leave unassisted. You'll scream,
I think I'm gonna head downstairs for a little bit. I got some of what I wanted to do done up here. I wanted to file those King comics and some of those Monster Bashes. When you don't file things, you want have a tendency to accidentally forget what you own and buy something more than once. Oh, here's where I put the nails. I lost them.
Frankenberry is the dirty little monstrous delicious strawberry flavored marshmallows.
I'll come up later and hang some more pictures.
Appointment with Lust. The star that thrilled you in Necronomicon, Janine Renault, in a new, blood-curdling, fascinating...
Hung this Elvira poster here with this wolf man. It's hanging posters. That's what I was doing when I was off screen. Okay.
You've driven her half crazy with the story of that bear. You must catch her on off. Just what we needed. For centuries, the turf has made a Butler's castle. Here, demon reality combined with former relentless train of events. This brings a group of men and women together in this castle for the same with love.
I better switch to the other Wi-Fi. I was checking on the package. It's supposed to show up, and now I don't see anything about it. It says your package will arrive later than expected. I'll be back. I gotta go. So let you watch the cartoons.
Of the God peace that began from the dead, our Lord Jesus, the great shepherd of the sheep, to the blood of the everlasting covenant.
A few minutes after 8. Let's see if I have. Yeah, here we go. Here's the the monster bashes that I thought I had in hand. Yeah, so the cryptology number 2, I think, is showing up today. Well, I don't know, whenever the post office decides to deliver it. I've been wanting to make a music mixtape, and that was one of the things I have on my to-do list for my day off. It was a lottery ticket that didn't win. I, I don't believe in the lottery, but I was instructed to play. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. I got the package that's coming. I wrote some of the things. There'll be a issue of Mad Monsters, a facsimile, and I think a Horror Monsters, the old Charlton 1960s horror magazines that have been done in facsimile form. Cryptology number 2 is supposed to be in there, and some startling tales facsimiles from the 50s or late 40s, probably. I just have this piece of paper, wrote down some possible names, new names for this channel, and I was um, okay. One thing I wanted to put on this is the sounds of the what was that game where the robot would go, got one humanoid, got one, good. I gotta find that. So I'll type that into damn second. Silent cartoons. That sounds good. I've got the sound all turned up real high because of the um, those that King Clunk had such low cartoons. Okay, that looks like a good playlist there. Yeah, this guy on YouTube, his name is, I think, Lyle J. Is that what it was? Okay, he has some good cartoons. Oh, okay, let's see. I'm tuning in. It says surprises. I don't know what surprises I'm going to have for you. Well, the surprise will be if this package shows up. Yeah, that'll be a surprise. 25, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 11th. And yeah, I intended to make that show earlier this morning longer, but it didn't happen. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so search. Do you remember the name of that game that made the got one humanoid sound? Was it called Zaxxon? I don't remember. If I type in got one humanoid, maybe the YouTube gods will smile upon me. space. Oh, you know something? People speculating about Trump at the funeral for President Carter um, was seated next to Obama, and he said something to Obama. He leaned over, and Obama started to laugh. And Kamala Harris was seated in front. She turns around backwards and and turns around and frowns that they're talking. Um, and You know, the speculation on the internet is, what was Trump saying? Was he making fun of Kamala? Was he saying something mean? But you know, and it's like, why would someone be saying something mean at a funeral? And what would make Obama laugh? Or does it turn out that they're all actually friends and we're being tricked? That they're all in it together and it's all a big ruse and we're being tricked? Some people speculate that. No, I think Trump hates Obama and vice versa, but um, they're at a funeral. They're fellow ex presidents. They uh, have a bond from that. But what would you say that would cause someone to laugh at a funeral? And I think it's pretty obvious that that Trump probably said, and maybe some lip reader will confirm this. He probably said, "I thought he'd be sitting here at all of our funerals." That's probably what he said, or I, you know, like I thought he'd outlive all of us because obviously he's 100, and that's the oldest I think any president's lived to be. And so that's probably what he said, and that would have made Obama chuckle because it's not a mean thing. It's actually complimentary to Carter's, you know, compliment to Carter and how he lived his life and was able to live to be 100, and it's not negative. It's just like, hey, I thought he'd outlive us all. I thought he'd be sitting at our funerals. Yeah, that's probably what he said. Of course, I don't know, but that's my speculation. So if it maybe someone will ask him, I'm sure someone will ask him at a press conference, what did you say to President Obama? And that's probably what it is, although it's not anyone's business. Okay, what was the name of that game? Guys, I none of you know? I tried got one humanoid, it did not work. What? Did I even hit search? Yeah, no, it didn't I swear he's saying got one. Maybe it's called Zaxxon. I'll try clearing it and search for Zaxxon. One of you nerds has to know that video game sound that you would hear in every arcade. Zaxxon. Sound of Zaxxon. I think that was the name of the game. And then I'll type in sound. Sounds. Sound effects. I don't know. This may not be the right game. I don't think this is the right game. No, this isn't the right game. Very much so. It doesn't even have any sound. Oh yeah, okay. I remember this game. No, it was the robots were walking around zapping humans. Shoot. Okay, well, I'm probably not going to be able to do that. I'll have to do more research. Um, yeah, some of these I can't do right now. Oh, let's get some old punk rock on here. There it is. Learn to Hate in the 80s. You remember that song by Bobby Sykes? That might have been a regional hit in where I used to live. Let's see here. I don't know how much this will bother YouTube, the music, but I mean, it's on YouTube. I don't know why, if it's on YouTube, I can't play it on my channel. Drew's going under the covers here. Maybe you have some song suggestions. In the Dallas area, there was a children's host from the 50s all the way up. He might have been still going in the 90s. It was a guy named Jerry Haynes on the local ABC affiliate, Channel 8. He played the character Mr. Peppermint, and he had a little bear puppet named Muffin, and he would talk. He was like, "Well, Mr. Peppermint, what are we going to do today, Mr. Peppermint?" And Mr. Peppermint had a peppermint striped suit and hat, kind of looked like something out of the Music Man with a cane. And they didn't play cartoons, but they would do, at least in the 70s when I was watching it, he would take pop songs at the time, like the Bee Gees, and have little puppets dancing and pretending to sing it, lip sync it. Uh, he'd go to the local zoo and stuff. It was a good kid show. He was a very calm guy, but he wasn't as creepy as Mr. Rogers. Ew. It was a fun show. I think there was a lion puppet on it too. Well, anyway, Jerry Haynes. Oh, and he was also worked at the station in other capacities. And on the day that Kennedy was killed, Jerry Haynes was not as Mr. Peppermint, was interviewing local people. Um, yeah, so he interviewed that young couple with the kid that were down on the ground. Uh, that's they came into the studio and were interviewed by him. Anyway, his son was in a punk rock band called the Butthole Surfers. Jerry Haynes, I'm sorry, Gibby Haynes was the son. I was never into that band, but thought it was funny that this wholesome children's host would have a, sometimes weird things like that happen. Like Rosanna Arquette's father was this guy, Wally George, an LA, one of those talk show hosts that likes to yell at people and stuff. And he was a okay. So we got that on there. Um, I only have a list of things I want to do. So, yeah. All right. Could you hear me talking? My wife called and it kicks me off of StreamYard, and I talked with her, but I don't know if you guys are able to hear the conversation. But anyway, she's so Live Radiate. Well, I didn't know about Gibby Haynes' dad. Yeah, Mr. Peppermint. It was a good show. There's probably a few little clips of Mr. Peppermint on YouTube. He put out a whole album back in the '60s of songs and stuff. Mr. Peppermint. It's kind of a collectible. It is not kind of. It's a collective. People look. It's a sought after record. I'm sure someone put the record up on YouTube where you could listen to it because of his son. People that are into his son, like. P.S. Couldn't hear the conversation. Nope. Yeah, it's weird. Someone calls it ends the stream, and I found if I'm doing a pre-recorded show on my phone, when my alarm goes, like I was doing one real early in the morning the other day, it was before 5 o'clock, and my alarm to get ready for work goes off at 5 a.m. And if my alarm goes off, it stops the recording. So that's why that show ended abruptly, like the way my shows did in the old days. If you were watching it, okay. Oh, band out of Tacoma, Girl Trouble. It seems like I'm trying to find things that I can play in the background of my show, and they're not going to set off copyright claims. Which it seems like I that song by Bobby Sox. I played that back in the old days on in the background of my show, and it was fine. It's just a matter of the whatever it is that listens on YouTube is listening for certain songs, and mostly if you play a song, it'll have a copyright claim, and then it'll say your show is limited where it can be seen. It can't be seen in Russia or someplace like that or Cuba because you've used a copywritten song in the background. And if it's as I went into a store once and they were playing the Beatles, that completely you can't even upload it as the beat. I was thinking about the Beatles. I keep trying to. I've been kind of on a Beatles kick lately, and that happens about once every. You go through cycles of bands that you listen to, and man, I was subjected. I actually had to. I was in a place where they were playing a song with some girl singer, right, the other day. It was a horrible song, and I just like I wanted to know who is this so I know who to hate because I've heard the song before, and I just want to know what to hate. So I'll know, okay, that artist, I hate that artist like badly. And so there's an app on the phone called Shazam, and you press it, and it listens to the music, and the environment that you're in, like you're in a store or something. You press Shazam, and it'll identify the song that's playing. Usually you do it because hey, I like that song. I want to know who that is. But in this case, I was shazamming. I hate that song so much. I need to know who it is. Put him on my enemies list, right? It was a girl, but anyway, it turned out to be a guy. It was Justin Bieber, and I remember when he was a teeny bopper idol a few years ago. Apparently, he's someone that was a victim of Puff Diddley Daddy. So apparently, he was like yeah, that's all horrible, all of that stuff. But it sounded like a girl, man. It's one of those guys. Like, how many years after you heard Donka Shane did you realize that's actually a guy singing? I thought that was a woman. Um, but Wayne Newton is just had that voice. He was just had that voice. Same thing with Neil Sedaka. He was perfectly normal guy. But when I was in third, fourth grade, and I heard "Laughter in the Rain" on the radio. Man, I thought that was a woman singing. Oh well. So anyway, Justin Bieber sounds like a girl. So why am I talking about Justin Bieber? Oh, because I've had the damn I've had Andrew Bird Can Sings in my head, playing on a continual loop for about a week, nonstop. Whenever it just playing like an 8 track tape over and over again. Bird Can Sing by the Beatles. And when I heard that Justin Bieber song, the it was like baby, 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 oh, baby. And it just, that horrible song got stuck in my head. And I had to flush it out of my mind by bringing And Your Bird Can Sing back in. And now And Your Bird Can Sing has triumphed over that horrible piece of song. It's terrible when things get stuck in your head like that, that are horrible songs or horrible commercials. And I know that was a song probably uh, written by witches or who knows what kind of scum we won't mention might have written that song. Library 8, yeah, I've been subconsciously trying to gather music I may be able to play if when I ever start making YouTube videos. Okay, so yeah, and commercials and things like that. So I think Girl Trouble is a band from Tacoma. Now, my friend Randy is good friends with the people in this band. He always gets first, whenever they put anything out, they send it to him first. I mean, Tacoma is a place that I lived back in fifth grade. For 1 year, we lived in Tacoma, which is right outside of Seattle. I think it has, because there's an army base there. I think it has a reputation of being kind of a rough place. Uh, but it's a great rock and roll town. It always has been. It's where the Ventures came from, and the Ventures, and wow, there was another band. Was it the Sonics? Maybe. Like it's I think so. Yeah. Anyways, great bands have come out of there. But there's another band called Girl Trouble, and they have a song called "My Hometown" about Tacoma. I seems like I was able to play that song too. Let me get that going. Oh, and they have a great Batman. So they did a Batman song where they have uh, samples from dialogue from the TV show. Let me just type in "Girl Trouble." Um, yeah, they've been playing like for 40 years or something. They've been playing for forever, and they're still every few days practicing in the same shed they've always practiced in. Girl Trouble Band. Ooh, I forgot they did a song, a parody of a Scopatone called "Cold Shoulder." That's good. Yeah, they're kind of a Cramps kind of band. I guess if you, oh, yeah, yeah, here we go. This is my hometown. It'll sound good after that other song I just put on the disc. That's a good song. Um, anyway, if you hear if there's silence, like and you see my lips moving and there's no sound, that means I've had to edit a song out. And when you pre-record, they have this way where they can eliminate the music in the background and still keep your voice. But when you're doing a StreamYard, they have to just completely obliterate the sound if you ask them to. That way you can free your video up where it could ever be monetized at some future date. I thought maybe if change the name of the channel to Donald Trump Fan Club, maybe I'd suddenly get 1,000 subscribers or something. But I don't know. I don't think so. I got one subscriber after I did it. I may change it to a Dr. Orloff or something. I don't know. They don't let you just change your name like a million times. I think you can change it a couple of times and then you have to wait 30 days or something. I don't know. Oh man. Well, let me see. I want to check something real quick. I may disappear, but you'll probably still be able to hear me. I trying to see if there was any checking the United States Postal Service website to see if my package is going to be delivered today. It still says it'll show up later than expected. I don't know. What time is it? 8:33 in the a.m. It's weird that video had some beeping noises in it. Oh, man. I should have used this one, man. Damn, it's better sound. That's my mistake. I'll get it later in the mix. I was reminded of the National Lampoon album called Goodbye Pop, and it has like an 8 minute collage of music that's a parody of different band, like art rock kind of bands that were popular around 1975, because that's when the album came out. And it's a parody of Queen and Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Led Zeppelin and just all kinds of that. Frank Zappa, and it's uh, it's really good. That whole album's great. In fact, the presence of Christopher Guest in it heavily, it almost makes it like a early version of Spinal Tap. Oh, here it is. From 1989. Oh, that's when the Batman movie came out. That's why they probably did it. Let's see which one of these has better sound. Sounds about the same. Oh, wait. There's one's an instrumental and one is. Okay, yeah. Um, yeah, one's the A side, one's the B side. Um, oh, okay. I see.
How do you divide?
Okay, here we go.
How do you divide 17 apples among 16 people? Make apple pie. Apples into apples. A unification into one smooth mixture, an egg. Nature's perfect container. The container of all our hopes for the future. What does a turkey do when he flies upside down? Roughly 6 ounces sits in a tree and is very dangerous. Holy nightmare. One goes up once and comes down yellow. The truth. Sure, and what is the truth? Batman. 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 Batman.
If you have suggestions for songs to include, put them in the chat. Well, a week from Monday, we'll have the inauguration. Let's see. I was wanting to put Hall of the Mountain King on here too. There we go. Oh, I'm also expecting a package from Last Frontier Comics and one from Gotham City Comics. And um, I think Gotham City Comics sent the package last Saturday afternoon, and Last Frontier Comics sent it Monday. But then Thursday, I know mail wasn't delivered. I don't know if mail stopped moving. Okay, what else is on my list? Hmm. Let's listen to the Gale House record. Used to be advertised in comic books. A Halloween horror record. Well, not Halloween. It's for all year long. Gale House. Got music for uh, Gay Paris popping up. That's a movie it used to be on TV all the time. It's an animated movie with Judy Garland about cats in Paris, and that's a movie that seems to have just dropped off the face of the earth. But apparently, you can watch it if you pay for it. Um, there we go. I might remember that record. So any of you used to live out where the fires are happening or know people that are out there? Well, there's hardly anybody watch theirs.
Do not be afraid. I have come from the world of the unliving to warn you. This place is haunted by a blood banshee, and if you do not leave at once, each of you will die one by one.
Mm, that's pretty horrible, isn't it? Pretty scary.
It is too late. The banshee is already here. You are doomed. I must go now. I must go. I must go.
Chicken. Oh, somebody's actually talking to me. It's amazing. Library 8. Oh, yeah, I know some folks who just lost everything, house, life's work, etc. It's brutal, man, out in LA area. Yeah, I know Eric Pygors. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, but he's a friend of mine on Facebook. He's a monster artist and collector. He was real nervous about it. I don't think he got hit by it, but he was really afraid he might. You get this record for $1 if you send off to the comic books. It was a little 45 RPM record. The great one was the Disney produced Chilling Thrilling Sounds of the Haunted House. That was the my favorite record growing up. Can you imagine there were kids that were scared by this record? Um, those are the kids you don't want to play with. You don't want to be around kids that are scared by this. You want to be around kids that love this.
I have returned to destroy this evil creature. With this stake, I will end the curse of this demon forever. It's trying out the window! It will not escape!
This is the link to come on if you're so inclined. Here. What else is on?
The steak! Give me the steak!
That's what I said at the restaurant last night when the waitress took my order. No, actually, we had, well, you don't want to know.
It stays of evil all over. The blood banshee is dead.
Oh, no. That must have been the end of side A of the record. The sounds of a constipated person. Ugh. Well, what a difference a week makes. Now I'm relaxing, listening to the sounds of a Gale House haunting record. And last week I was scrambling, trying to figure out, are we going to freeze to death at this very moment last Saturday? Blood Banshee is a pretty great creature idea. Haha, I dig it, says Library 88. Yeah. Blood Banshee. Who is this person that put this record up? I need to see what else he has up on his channel. You get your dollar's worth from Gale House. Where are they at? New Jersey. I bet there's a whole warehouse full of these records in New Jersey somewhere. Is that what it says? No, it's not New Jersey. It's Flushing, New York. Sorry. There's got to be a more glamorous name for a town than Flushing. Has mail been slow for you guys lately? This was supposed to be an unboxing video. Ha ha ha, says Library 88. This wailing man is really earning his paycheck. I need to find my Count Floyd SCTV album out of storage. I didn't know Count Floyd made a record album. Is it a whole album just of him? That sounds great. It's probably on YouTube.
You have come to a place of darkness where evil creatures lurk in the dark corners of the room, waiting to pounce on their victims. Beware, beware, beware.
This is from 1971, by the way. They were talking about this record last night on Horror Mike because Kevin has a mask of the ghoul that's in the comic book ad for this that record we just heard. Okay. Uh, Okay, man. Hold on, I'm gonna have to do some internet research. Just a second. Um, Damn it. Okay, the name of the video game I'm looking for is Berserk. Um, Berserk, not Zaxxon. Berserk. Uh-oh, looks like Eminem must have done a song called Berserk, so I'm getting results for that. So I'm gonna have to type in video game after Berserk. Yeah, everything's for Eminem. Idiot. Video game. Here we go. There we go. Humanoid. Alert, intruder must be obfuscated. Intruder humanoid must be obfuscated. Forget the intruder. Intruder alert. The humanoid must be obfuscated. Glad you found the video game. That's great. I forgot about that game. Great voice sounds. Yeah.
Intruder alert, intruder alert. Get the intruder. The intruder must not escape. Destroy it. Start the intruder. Intruder alert, intruder alert. The humanoid must not escape. Kill the intruder. Destroy the intruder alert, intruder alert. The humanoid must not escape. The humanoid must not escape. Intruder, intruder alert. The intruder must not escape. Kill the intruder. Get it, intruder. The intruder must not escape. Get the intruder. Destroy it. Intruder alert, intruder alert. The intruder must not escape. Get it. Intruder alert, intruder alert. The intruder must not escape. Kill it. Intruder alert, intruder. The intruder must not escape. Start the humanoid. Joking. The intruder must not escape. Kill the intruder. Attack the humanoid. The humanoid must not escape. Yeah. Attack it. Guard the humanoid. Intruder alert, intruder alert. The intruder must not escape.
This guy playing the game is so good he never gets shot by the robots. And when you get shot by the robot, that's when they celebrate and say, "Got one humanoid, got one good." That's what I wanted to hear. Maybe it'll happen at the very end of this video. Okay. What else do I have on my list? I wanted to get the Filmation Superman music. Um, so let's get that. Let's get a Freakies commercial first.
You too can have crunchy, freaky cereal as part of your good breakfast. There's a free freaky and specially marked boxes.
What was I looking for? Oh, Filmation. That's right.
Industrially, we will return with another exciting adventure featuring a guest star of the galaxy of superheroes. They always fight for what is right. Live with danger and danger, they are men of light. Superman, the man of steel, performs super deeds with ease. Aquaman, the bold and daring, king of the seven seas. From another planet, suits on the flow. Now they submarine titans everywhere they go. Passing by the island, follow with the super speed. Against the force of evil, we have a will to see. Green lightning, power ring, and accomplish anything. Superman, Aquaman, all the superheroes. Are the Justice League of America.
Let's see. I think, well, I didn't even mention. I think what time is it now? I think I'm going to take a nap, man, and come back later, probably around 11, 12. So right now, I'm not really feeling like entertaining. Plus, some of the music I want to record is going to really super set off copyright. So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.